What physical punishment seems innocent, but actually has horrific consequences? As a kid, I was always forced to kneel on rice for hours at a time, and it was an absolute nightmare. I was raised by a single mother who handed out this punishment for poor grades, with each letter below an A meaning 2 hours of kneeling on rice. If my report card came back with 2 B's, 2 A's, and a C, that would be a total of 8 hours straight of kneeling on rice. I remember begging my mother with everything I had not to make me kneel, but she never showed mercy. I remember kneeling down and knowing that this was going to be my life for the next 8 hours. Within the first 30 minutes, my skin would experience irritation and damage. The pain was becoming noticeable, and the rice would start to seriously dig into my skin. By 1 hour in, my knees would be stiff and locked up, and the rice would feel extremely sharp and sore. After 2 hours, my knees would become numb, and at that point, I would experience joint pain and muscle pain in my quads. By 3 hours in, I would usually start to cry because the pain became so unbearable. It would feel like my knees were on fire, and the rice felt like sharp metal spikes. My knees would be in severe agony, and I remember pleading with my mom to let me up, but she never did. Around the 4-hour mark, I would start to lose circulation, and my knees would start to turn purple. The pain by this point would decrease, as my legs were basically numb. At that point, I couldn't feel them or move them. I couldn't stand up by myself either, and it was only when my mom saw my knees turning purple that she would help me stand up. As soon as I stood up, the pain was excruciating, and I would often scream out. My mom would let me breathe for a few minutes until my knees returned to a normal color, then she would make me kneel again, making sure I finished the full 8 hours, or however long I was doing. By the time the 8 hours were over, I was usually crying from the pain, and my legs would be locked up and purple. My knees would be indented from the rice, and my quads would be in pain too. I usually wasn't able to walk the day after this happened. Nowadays, I have severe joint damage and permanent scar tissue in my knee. The nerves in my knee have also been damaged, and I can't even walk upstairs without my knees giving out or causing pain.